channel if you're new. And today, I'm just trying to do a quick live and a quick eye look. I do have the rest of my face done um, because I have a headache, like a massive one. So I want to kind of let that ease off and then start wrapping because, yeah, I still have a lot to wrap. So it's fun. But today I'm going to do the Melt times Beetlejuice Recently Deceased palette, which I did get in, I don't know, a week and a half ago. It's on my IG when I got it in, or it was. It might have been just a story. But yeah, so I did get this in. If you tuned in last night, I did have a live last night, but this was playing on like volume 4, which I can't even hear it. But it got like, the C word, and then it said, oh, it's going to be blocked down. I'm like, anyway, but it's fine because when that message popped up on my screen that it could hear it, I like turned off the Blu-ray player. So I don't know, whatever. But I said to go in with this. Now this one is not available anymore. Oh, hey, Melinda. This one's not available anymore. As far as I know, the other one, there's 2 palettes in the waiting room is still available on Sephora. I'm not sure on melt.com. I think they had sold out of everything on Melt, and they said they weren't going to restock. Whether they've changed their minds or not is another story. I don't know. So we're just gonna go in. This is what the palette looks like. It's so freaking awesome. Like, I love that lime green highlighter moment. It does have a big old mirror, and that's what that looks like. Yeah. Oh, Beetlejuice, yes. And then this came in with it, which is so freaking cool. If you can see that. It's like that old school film technique, where you had to hold a picture to the light, you could hold the negative to the light. Like, not even negatives, but they used to have, like, color negatives. I remember my mom has one, and she still has one from when she was, like, 5. And, like, you can hold it to the light, and you can kind of tell some colors, and it's kind of, like, greenish. But, yeah, you can see the colors like that. So it's kind of like one of those old school negatives, which I think is really interesting. So yeah, we're going to go in here and, I mean, I could create kind of a Christmas look just by staying in the green family. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 not that thing. This was actually like an actual picture, but it like came in like a little cardboard thing where the negative did, but the negative itself was like colored, not like, in the 90s and 2000s when a negative was like that brown. Like, it was actually like a color negative, which was just like interesting. So I've got color switches. I have some eyeliner. So yeah, we're just gonna need to clean off some of these brushes. I suppose I could do something Christmassy by staying in that green family. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the greens just so I know what I've got going. This one is Beetlejuice, and it's great. This one's called Paranormal. It's like a green shimmery. This one is, oh, Draw a Door. And then this one is, oh, that's pretty, Neurotic. The shimmers don't have an imprint in them. It's just the mattes have the Beetlejuice imprint in them, which are really neat. So, Beetlejuice, Paranormal, Draw a Door, and Neurotic. Very pretty. All right. Now, I won't say that they have the most pigment because most of that pigment came off. Ones that really are, I mean, like, these are pressed pigment, but the ones that are really, really pigmented, there's always so much. But, like, that green almost, that, like, came off inside of that one. So, I don't know, we'll see. I haven't messed with Melt because a lot of Melt is not vegan. Oh, really soft. Like, I barely touched that and a lot came off. So, I'm gonna tap and go. I think the lighting's showing up better in my video than I'm seeing right now. But I So, how are things where you're at, Melinda? Oh, I'm actually a little hot. I put on the robe. I could have probably skipped the robe, but I had to turn on my air just a little while ago because it climbed up to 72 in here and it just was like really stuffy. I could have probably opened a window, but meh. Is it really? Huh. I heard good things about their stacks though, but I don't know. But let's see. It's warm right now. I know it's probably in the 60s outside. It was like 60 yesterday, but it rained until like 2. It was muggy and it was foggy last night, but tonight is supposed to get down to 39, and then the high tomorrow is only 43. Yeah. Yeah, the high is 43 tomorrow. And then the high Tuesday is like 50, or is it still, no, it's either in the 40s or 50s. Like one day we're like at 51, the rest of this week we're in the 40s for highs. So that means waking up early and going to start my car. Which is irritating to defrost. The one thing like I'd wish like my car came with is one of those start buttons. But I can't complain because I did get a newer car this year, so yeah. I think we have a chance of flurries tomorrow. Yeah. Well, no, hold on. We had like a mix of days this week. Like Friday, it got up to 65. Oh no, I already got one. I got a Nissan Versa now. The 2014. I was driving a 96 Corolla. So, yeah. I'm just saying it would have been nice if it had that feature where I could just like press a button and start it. Because my Corolla was finally on its last little legs, I'm sure. The sucker lasted forever though. That blended fine. Oh man, I touched my face with that finger. uh, ooh, really? I don't know how that works though. Like I would literally have to beg my brother to like plug it in, see how it works or something, or figure it out. Or my nephew Nathan, because apparently my nephew Nathan's good at stuff like that. The 14-year-old. Like I got a new TV, right? What was the Christmas present for my mom during Black Friday? You mean I ordered it? She's giving me money, saying, "Oh, here, it'll be your Christmas present." I'm like, okay. How did I get makeup on that side too? I'm horrible today. Yeah, but I was gonna give him my smaller TV just because I was getting the bigger one. The mainly reason why I wanted a bigger one was for when the kids are all over here and I have them. Now that I have that other little chair thing, they push it back, that they can see the TV, way over there or something. I'm just having to use this. I didn't bring anything to correct my mistakes from touching my face with pigment on my fingers. I'll have to be careful about that. So where was I? Before I got derailed. So I was going to give him that, and then my sister-in-law apparently forgot about it. She goes, well, he doesn't need one, because apparently he needed one in his room. He's, like, one of the ones that didn't have a TV. She had forgot about that. But she goes, oh, well, he fixed the TV that we had here. And I'm like, okay. I don't even know how to go around fixing the TV, but apparently he did. I'm like, makes sense. But he apparently sometimes watch a YouTube video. Either watch a YouTube video or just take it apart and figure it out himself. So, yeah. That might be too light right there. Yeah, it's a little light. That's Beetlejuice. It's a little light. So he figured out how to fix his own TV. So I gave it to the girls who'd never had a TV. I mean, they're usually on their phone in their room probably, but now they have a TV too. See, I'd almost like want to bring in another green or color or something for the crease, because there's not really one that's good for in the crease. Yeah, unless you do if I had blown out Beetlejuice instead of the draw a door, it would have kept in the green thing. But I'm just going to add a little purple just to, I mixed it with Beetlejuice, and Bio Exorcist is that purple one, just to give a little color into that crease. Well, what else I going to do with another TV? I don't need a TV or want a TV in my room. And the only way where to put it would be like where my high chest of drawers is at. And there might be a plug behind that, but there's no moving that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't do anything but sleep in my room and get dressed. So like, that's the only things I do in my room. Yeah, I just wanted something. If I'd blown out Beetlejuice and then instead of draw a door, I would have had a crease shade with draw a door. Kinda. I'm saying they could have made this palette, like thrown in a neutral crease color, and maybe another one, or maybe black. Black would probably have been good in this palette. That they have black in the waiting room palette, but just for Beetlejuice colors, I would have to put a black in here. Yeah. I would have put a black in here. Even though I'm not a fan of black, I just think it would have made sense. And then like a brownish kind of crease color. Or they could have put a maroon. I mean, he wears maroon in the movie. You know, when he's going to get married to Lydia, he's like, he wears maroon. So, and when he's like dead again, he's wearing maroon. So I'm like, that would have made sense too. But I guess they kept that color for in the waiting room. But still, black's one of his colors. So I would have thought a black would have went in here. So are y'all completely locked down, or? Oh, my back's hurting. It's another reason why I don't spend a lot of time. My back's starting to hurt from sitting and napping a lot. That's good. We're like under a safer at home, but we've been under that. We haven't been like stay at home since, like, I think it expired like April 30th, and she hasn't. Sirius is over there knocking things into the floor, and she hasn't reenacted it. But I don't know if that's too fluffy. But she did extend our mask order until January 22nd. But then I went into a store yesterday in a county that has so many patients. It's ridiculous. And like half the people in the store weren't wearing a mask. And it says required outside the door, but they don't like enforce it. They don't enforce it. They don't have like guards or anything saying you can't come in. They just have a sign out their door. Probably because they don't want to start a fight with people. I don't know. But yeah, so. But I can't believe I saw that many people. Normally I see maybe one person, but yeah, no. It wasn't like the store was packed either. Yeah, that. And, well, they never did here because a lot of people would probably act like that, stupid people. But, also, like, our thing went in effect, like, after, well, first people were okay, they're getting a little tired of it now, but I'm like, y'all aren't realizing our count's, like, higher than it was back when we were at the stay-at-home order. And, yeah. Like, our count's really bad. And this is actually in the next county over, but I'm like, there's, like, a young kid and his girlfriend, and then, like, a Guatemalan woman with her kids weren't wearing one. I'm like, seriously? I don't know. And I say Guatemalan one because I can tell pretty much, but also that's what tends to be what the immigrants are here and around here. Or the ones from South America or lower North America, not South America, sorry. Though if you ask anybody around here, they're not going to say Guatemalan, they're going to say Mexican. I'm like, they're not Mexican, they're Guatemalan. Like, it's fine. She's pretty much the first one, because there are a lot of Guatemalans now in Alabama. I don't know why, but there are. And there have been, like, forever. But there's, like, more now, I think. But it's just, like, she's the first one I saw, you know, who's Guatemalan, who wasn't wearing masks. The rest I've seen around here and elsewhere, they've been wearing masks. So, I don't know what was up with that lady. And not even little kids. She had, like, a 11-year-old kid looking. I'm like, wear a mask. If I knew how to say that in Spanish, I would have said it in Spanish. But people always complain saying they have health issues. I'm like, my boss has, like, COPD and asthma and has, like, a CPAP at night and has a nebulizer, and he wears a mask to stores. And I'm like, you know? And that's because he's older. His wife's immunocompromised too, and it's like, he wears a mask. So I'm like, believe y'all. Nope. The whole, like, oh, I can't. Nope. You can. I'm not saying when you're not around directly around somebody, you know it gets hot and stuffy. You can adjust it or pull it away from your face and get a fresher breath of air or something, you know. Like, the count is so bad. Like, my county is funny. There's, like, we border 5 or 7 other counties. It's weird. Like, we share borders with 7 other counties. It's weird. And we're a big county, and it just so happens. So one of the bordering ones, well, a little further away, their hospital, and it's not a huge hospital. It's not like Huntsville, Alabama or anything. But they had like 90-something patients, and like 15 or 20 on ventilators. And then they put out a call, even through the news stations, asking for any retired nurses and doctors and CNAs if they would come help them out because they're overworked and they don't have enough people. And I'm like, well, that's it. You know, it's bad when they have to do that. And I'm like, this is the county I was in. Yeah, this is the county I was in. I'm like, and see, the thing is, them doing that is also putting at risk. I could understand why some might be reluctant to do it, because the ones who are retired are more at risk than, probably the ones working, And if they get overworked, but you know, I see probably some of them like responding, but it's like, you know, they're of retirement age, you know, they're more at risk than, you know, and I get that that's like probably necessary. Yeah. And, you know, I guess it's a good thing, you know, they'll be some of the first to get a vaccine because one, they'll be a frontline worker and of advanced age. Um, if they do that. Oh, no. I hate to say it, but I think it's going to take someone, and it's horrible, but really famous or somebody's really famous kid or something for to like snap some of these people awake, especially the young ones who don't want to wear masks. Like to snap them awake. It that's what it's going to take. And I'm like, and that sounds horrible, and it is, but it's like, you know, it's like a fact, you know? Okay, I'll just be here applying neurotic and paranormal, probably. You hear my neighbor's kids eating. I don't know if that's going to apply well because it's chunky-ish. Yeah. What are they hollering about? I assumed a tissue and I totally forgot one. Oh, wow, that pigment got on my nose. No. That's so wise. Apply that dark green before your makeup. Glittery as I hoped that would be. I notice like liquid glitter always burns just a little bit. It's like you put an astringent on your eyeball. Just for a few minutes until it dries. Back into a little bit of Beetlejuice. Neonish green. A little bit into that. Draw a door. Green pigment everywhere, which is always nice. There it is. Looking for my brow wiz. Oh, hi, Sirius. You can visit. Yeah. Do you know where my lid's at? No. Okay. Eat a bit. All right. All right. Okay. Are you staying? Staying. Sirius. See yourself? Just a pinch. Sorry, I think someone's messing with my door. Like a little classic Ruby Roo. Now, technically, I usually like Russian red, but I don't know where I put my Russian red. So, Ruby Roo it is. How did I manage to get that much pigment on my face? I don't know. But I managed it. Alright, I think I'm done. At least it's a Christmas look. Yay! Using the new Melt Times Beetlejuice recently deceased palette that is vegan. And yeah, wasn't bad. That green, that green is better wetted and patted on. That dark green, which is called, is it paranormal? Paranormal, because it's like, I've never found where that color has never made a mess on my face. Like I've had it in other palettes, it's that dark, like darkest green, metallic, kind of not fully foiled, but like kind of foiled. It's always made a mess on my face. I really recommend using that one if you have this palette, or it's coming to you to do it before your face, because I got pigment all over my face, even more than normal. Like I got it over here somehow, and like it just flicked down. So I mean, it's still pretty shade. Probably work if you wet your brush, but then you know you'd have a hard time blending it out and stuff. So if I had put that, like, you know, made a really dark eye look and like put it like there, it would have worked fine, probably wet, so the pigment couldn't have fallen off. So anyway, I'm gonna go because I want to get off my back for at least a little while before I have to wrap some presents. I do need to wrap more presents. I wrapped like 9 yesterday, but when you have, even though I don't have everything, I have at the end of it, I'll have 8 per kid. So, yeah, that's 80 presents. And I have most of them. I'm missing maybe like 4. Well, I can't wrap the closed ones for the oldest 4, but so I'm probably like short 8 presents total. So, yeah. That's about it. So it's still a lot of wrapping. I mean, I can show you what I've got done so far. Just ignore like anything else. Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of pans around to me. Yeah, and that's not. Yeah, too many kids. Too many kids. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go because I'm gonna sit on my couch for a little while before I have to sit on the floor and start wrapping again. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.